Adrienne Carroll didn't have anything to say to the media as she left the courthouse today because the verdict said it all. The former op-ed writer took home $5 million in her rape-based defamation lawsuit against Donald Trump. And the right is already turning on him. Welcome into TYT Overruled. I am your host, Adrienne Lawrence. The jury found former President Trump liable on everything but rape. And that seems to only be because Carroll testified that she wasn't quite sure whether Trump had penetrated her with his member after he inserted his fingers inside of her. And yes, this would bolster Stormy Daniels' tiny mushroom remark. Anyway, well, in the wake of this verdict, Fox News doesn't seem to be cuddling up to Trump at all. Even a short time before the verdict, it seemed like they knew 45 was going down and hit him with the fact check.
This morning on Truth Social, Martha, the former president, said that he hasn't had a chance to defend himself. But he has been given ample opportunity, to be clear, to testify in that court if he wanted to, and to look at this jury in the eyes and to tell that exact same story, and he chose not to. We'll see very momentarily whether or not that strategy was a winning one. But again, two things they're looking at here. It's the battery charge, but also whether or not the former president defamed Adrienne Carroll in the moments after she went public with this accusation. Remember,
Fox News' guests weren't sympathetic of former President Trump either. Neither the guest nor the host even tried to spin this clip of Trump.
The former president said about he would never have been attracted to her. Watch this.
You say Marla's in this photo?
That's Marla, yeah. That's my wife.
Which woman are you pointing to?
No,
Here.
Carroll.
Oh, is that,
the person you just pointed to was Adrienne Carroll.
Who is that? Who is this?
Point, your wife.
And the woman on the right is your then wife,
I don't know.
Ivana?
This was the picture.
Ivana.
I assume that's John Johnson. Is that
That's Carroll.
Because it's very blurry.
Your thoughts on that, Andy, as it might have been interpreted by this jury?
Well, I think the context for this, Martha, is that he said she wasn't his type. So, the last person you would want to confuse her with would be someone you married.
Yikes. Andy McCarthy, former federal prosecutor and Fox News contributor, did not hold back on how he thinks that this verdict would impact Trump's run for 2024.
The possibility the special counsel will bring charges. The New York Manhattan District Attorney has already brought charges. There's a question about whether they'll bring charges in Fulton County. But then, staring right in front of us is this trial that's already been scheduled for October, which is a fairly key period of time when the primaries and the debates have gotten rolling. So I just think at a certain point, people are going to say that it's too much. It doesn't mean that you don't like President Trump or you don't think he was a good president. It's simply that to roll the dice on nominating somebody with these kinds of difficulties and baggage, I just can't see it.
Yikes. Maybe McCarthy has no imagination? I wonder what the chairwoman of the Republican National Committee thinks about Donald Trump's verdict. Ronna McDaniel must be all in support of Trump, right?
We invited you to talk about the 2024 race and a number of aspects of what's going on right now. But your reaction to this decision by this jury here in New York City with regard to the current lead in the Republican Party for the nomination?
Well, we haven't heard from President Trump yet, so I don't want to get ahead of him. We have heard him prior to the verdict saying this is untrue. I imagine he'll say the same thing. I do think the American people, though, are going to be focused on what's happening at our southern border, what's happening with inflation, what's happening in their lives under the Biden administration. And that's where I think the focus is going to continue to be for people looking at 2024 and ahead.
She didn't even want to touch it. Come on. That was so clear. She's not there for it either. I kind of think that there's a chance that Trump's 2024 aspirations may be adieu given this verdict. But then again, you let me know your thoughts. And also, hit that like and follow button. And thanks for watching.